Under Calgary's sun where the Rockies rise, Keiko vibes, it's no surprise. We're living large, oh Canada, partying hard all night and day. Turn up the beat, feel that bassline drop. With Chive Nation, we'll never stop. Raise your glass, let's make a toast to the West Coast, who does it most. Keiko, Calgary, where we come alive. Chive on Canada, let's feel the vibe. In the heart of Alberta, where the fun don't cease. Raving through the night, finding inner peace. From the prairies to the peaks, we gather here with friends so dear and spirits clear. Chavo Canada, we all unite for freedom, kindness, and endless light. Turn up the beat, feel that bassline drop. With Chive Nation, we'll never stop. Raise your glass, let's make a toast to the West Coast, who does it most. Keiko, Calgary, where we come alive. Chive on Canada, let's feel the vibe. In the heart of Alberta, where the fun don't cease. Raving through the night, finding inner peace. Under the northern lights, we lose control. Our hearts beat as one, a collective soul. Keiko, Calgary, where dreams take flight. Together we conquer the longest night. Keiko, Calgary, where we come alive. Chive on Canada, let's feel the vibe. In the heart of Alberta, where the fun don't cease. Raving through the night, finding inner peace. So let's keep dancing till the morning light. With Keiko's spirit, we'll be alright. Oh Canada, and we stand so tall in this Chive Nation, we'll never fall. Under Calgary sky, where the Rockies shine, KCCO vibes we unwind. With Chive Canada, a unity call. Dancing through the night, we give our all. Feel the beat drop, let your spirits fly. Together we rise, reaching for the sky. Raise a glass high for the Chive Nation, spreading love and joy across our great nation. KCCO Calgary, we come alive. Chive on Canada, we thrive. In Alberta's heart, where the fun won't cease, raving through the night, finding inner peace. From the prairies to the peaks, we gather near, with friends so dear and spirits clear. Chive Canada, and we unite as one, celebrating life till the night is done. Feel the beat drop, let your spirits fly. Together we rise, reaching for the sky. Raise a glass high for the Chive Nation, spreading love and joy across our great nation. KCCO Calgary, we come alive. Chive on Canada, we thrive. In Alberta's heart, where the fun won't cease, raving through the night, finding inner peace. Under northern lights, our souls ignite. With KCCO, everything's right. Chive Canada, and we stand tall. With unity and love, we conquer all. KCCO Calgary, we come alive. Chive on Canada, we thrive. In Alberta's heart, where the fun won't cease, raving through the night, finding inner peace. So let's keep dancing till morning light. With KCCO spirit, we'll be alright. Chive Canada, and we stand so tall. In this Chive Nation, we'll never fall. Oh. Let's keep dancing till morning light. With KCCO spirit, we'll be alright. Chive Canada, and we stand so tall. In this Chive Nation, we'll never fall. Under Calgary sky, where the Rockies shine, KCCO vibes we unwind. With Chive Canada, a unity call. Dancing through the night, we give our all. Feel the beat drop, let your spirits fly. Together we rise, reaching for the sky. Raise a glass high for the Chive Nation, spreading love and joy across our great nation. KCCO Calgary, we come alive. Chive on Canada, we thrive. In Alberta's heart, where the fun won't cease, raving through the night, finding inner peace.
And a happy hump day to you, and hopefully you remember how to do this. It's been a minute, so how are you doing, everyone? My name is Kevin, one of your KCCO Calgary admins. Here we go. And yeah, it's been a while since I've been live on stream, so I want to say thank you for joining, and we'll get into a little bit of the reasons why in just a little bit. So yeah, I'm back in the chair, and we're going to be continuing with our live streams here. So whether you're hanging out with me live right now, and I see Marcy's in the house, so thanks for popping in and taking a little break from your holiday to join me. And yeah, or if you're watching this on the replay, welcome to the show. I know it's been a minute. Life has a funny way of completely hijacking your schedule. So have a quite a bit of information and lots of stuff to share with you tonight. So we'll get caught up with where I've been, have some Chive Charity stories, and yeah, look, it's that time of year, so we're going to be having some fun going through some of the things coming up. So why don't we just start on the number one topic? Where have I been? Um, it's sort of been a roller coaster of the last month, 2 months basically. Ran into a family emergency where my mother was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. So, um, family always takes priority. So, unfortunately, I'm unable to uh, stream and do stuff while I'm sitting looking after my and visiting my mom in the hospital and also looking after my dad. So, it's been a tough and busy 2 months. So, I appreciate you taking some time off for yourself. And yeah, it's been busy with looking after them, but also within that time frame, my company had just acquired another company. So the closing was right in the middle of May as well, which involved onboarding. I think it was about 600 people. So it was a lot of people, a lot of work, and a lot of work that needed to get done to get everything all prepared and working. And then also in the middle of all of that, we had some very important people visiting, and I do the IT support for these people. So yeah, it was a crazy, crazy week where everything sort of just to be happening all at once. And I crossed my fingers. I wasn't sick. So if I had been sick, I think everything would have fallen apart, which I'm glad that I was able to stay healthy and keep up with everything. So um, but the 9 to 5 has definitely kept me busy the last little while. And if you've been noticing our social posts, I've been getting back into getting those up onto our socials, as you can see here. Our Twitter, or actually our Facebook and Instagram is where I'm doing most of the posting. Um, so yeah, I'm getting back into it and getting back into the groove of live streaming as well. So if you missed seeing some things, let me know. Share with me what kind of things that you would like to see on the show. Um, because I've been busy in the background, trying to get an automated process going. So it's not a lot of time wasted not doing anything with regards to KCCO Calgary, but trying to get it so it is sort of an automated process so that I can spend more time on creating some great content for you and helping the charities around town as well. So, but if it, I've missed being on here, seeing you guys. So hopefully you are going to be able to continue on the journey with me as well. So as we did with a couple of months ago, regularly we would spend time. Whoops, no, it's not the one I wanted. I wanted to do this first and then do that. Sharing a Chive Charities story. So yeah, making the world 10% happier. That's what we're all about. So we are going to read a very cute story about Everly F. Everly has entered the chat. So we're just going to read through this story here. There's a moment in nearly every Disney movie when the main character realizes the world works differently than they thought it did. The rules are different. The map is gone. The safe, familiar path disappears, and suddenly they're learning how to navigate an entirely new world. Everly probably would not sit long enough to watch that metaphor unfold. She would spin in circles during the musical number, yell something wildly specific and hilarious at exactly the wrong moment, and somehow still understand the entire emotional arc better than anyone else in the room. At just 2 years old, Everly already moves through life in her own unmistakable way, boldly, loudly, brilliantly, entirely on her own terms. Ah, what a cutie. She beats to her own drum, her mother Michelle said with a laugh. Every therapist who's worked with her says there's no one like her. That became clear almost immediately after Everly was born. Even as an infant, something felt different. She cried for most of the day, struggled to settle, and constantly needed deep pressure on her body to feel calm. She stayed swaddled until 6 months old because it was one of the only things that helped her regulate. Michelle knew in her gut something wasn't right. At 2 months, Everly could barely tolerate tummy time without screaming from exhaustion. At 6 months old, she showed unusual hand dominance, something therapists warned could point to neurological concerns. She struggled with gross motor skills but displayed flashes of startling intelligence and comprehension that didn't match the delays doctors kept dismissing. She can feed a fake baby a bottle, Michelle remembered thinking, but she can't clap her hands. Something is disconnected here. Again and again, Michelle advocated for her daughter while feeling brushed aside as an anxious first-time mother. She kept pushing. Eventually, after months of therapies, referrals, evaluations, and relentless advocacy from her mom, Everly was diagnosed with neurofibromatosis type 1 NF1, a rare genetic condition that affects how the nerves and brain communicate with the body. It can impact things like development, vision, movement, learning, and sensory processing. The diagnosis answered questions Michelle had been carrying for months, but it also opened the door for a world of uncertainty. Soon after, doctors discovered an optic pathway glioma, a tumor affecting Everly's optic nerve. At just 2 years old, she began chemotherapy. Since then, life has become a complicated rhythm of MRIs, blood work, therapies, specialists, medications, and weekly treatments. Everly now has a port for chemo and attends countless appointments while navigating speech challenges, sensory regulation difficulties, fatigue, developmental delays, and neurological complications connected to NF1. But if you ask Michelle to describe her daughter, medical terminology is not where she starts. She starts with the stories. Like the time Everly dramatically collapsed to the floor during playgroup because she couldn't open a pretend kitchen cabinet. Or the way she selectively chooses when she feels like speaking, occasionally unleashing full sentences seemingly out of nowhere. One day during occupational therapy, after refusing every prompt her therapist offered, Michelle asked her to choose between 2 colors of paper. Pink or purple, she asked. Everly swatted them both away and calmly replied, I choose none. Another time, she told the nurse exactly how she felt about getting her port accessed by kicking her squarely during treatment. She's wicked funny. Michelle said, and she probably knows what she's doing. That humor has become one of the anchors carrying Michelle through exhausting reality of becoming what she calls a medical complex mom. Because beneath the laughter is a constant balancing act between treatments, advocacy, fear, and the invisible weight so many caregivers quietly carry. It's isolating, Michelle admitted. You sit at a table full of moms and realize nobody understands your life anymore. She left her teaching career to care for Everly full time. Days now revolve around therapies, medical appointments, sensory regulation, medication schedules, and finding ways to help her daughter feel safe and comfortable in a world that can easily overwhelm her nervous system. Sometimes she squeezes objects close to her body and rests on the floor to help herself feel calm and regulated. Sometimes she rubs her head hard um, against hard surfaces or presses herself into tight spaces for feedback and comfort. Michelle spent countless hours researching tools that could help her daughter regulate safely at home, especially during chemotherapy when her weakened immune system made it unsafe to visit public gyms and play spaces. One piece of equipment in particular stood out: a specialized sensory steamroller designed to provide deep pressure input that helps calm and organize the nervous system. But insurance denied it. Despite prescriptions and documentation from medical providers, the equipment was deemed not durable medical equipment. To Michelle, the denial felt impossible to understand. She can't function if her sensory system is heightened, she said. This is what helps her access everyday life. Thanks to our incredible donors, though, Chive Charities was able to fund specialized sensory equipment for Everly that insurance would not, for a total impact of $996. For many families, support like this fills the gaps other systems often overlook. The reality is that children like Everly don't always fit neatly into categories people recognize immediately. Some disabilities are visible. Others live quietly beneath the surface of the form of sensory overload, communication struggles, neurological exhaustion, or developmental challenges that impact nearly every moment of daily life. And still, through all of it, Everly remains unmistakably herself: bold, funny, fiercely independent. A little girl who loves Disney movies, dancing in circles, sensory play, and making absolutely sure everyone around her understands that life will be lived on Everly's terms. She's going to advocate for herself someday, Michelle said. I already know that. For now, Michelle will keep doing it beside her. What a cutie. She'll continue showing up at appointments, fighting for answers, researching resources late at night, teaching people to look beyond assumptions, helping her daughter navigate a world that doesn't always understand children who experience life difficulty or differently. And somewhere in the middle of that, Everly will probably continue making people laugh. Because even during chemo, even during the therapies and evaluations and endless uncertainty, she is still very much a kid, a hilarious one. The kind who tells adults, "I choose none," when given choices she doesn't like. The kind who reminds everyone around her that strength does not always look quiet or polished or easy. Sometimes it looks like a tiny girl dancing to the beat of her own drum. So that's the story of Everly. What a cute E. So I'm glad that Chive Charities and donors like you were able to provide um, the resources that that she needs. So thank you for being a donor. And I just noticed that Mr. Lawrence has dropped in as well. Yahoo to a Mr. Lawrence. Are you going to be making the trip up for this year's Stampede, or are you retired from the Stampede now? Let me know. Curious if we can possibly meet up this year after several trips that you've made up here. So just taking a quick other peek, see if anyone else is on. So, all right. All right. So now let's talk about the elephant in the room here. The calendar doesn't lie, and we're officially in the final countdown to the Calgary Stampede 2026. So, as many of you know, the city completely transformed. Oh, and we have a little message from Mr. Hockey Night. Thanks for popping in, Hockey. How you doing? Hopefully, summer is treating you well so far, and you've weather has cooperated, and you've enjoyed yourself there. No, not that one. This one. There we go. So yeah, it's Stampede time. So next week it's going to be July 1st, which is going to be Canada Day. So I'm going to be trying to do a live stream of a combination of Canada Day as well as some more Stampede facts for you. But yeah, I absolutely love going out and how the city embraces Stampede during this. So I will definitely be taking my Bill Murray coin and taking it around town and doing some pictures and doing some posts around Stampede. So keep an eye on our social media for that. All right. And then with that, let's go back to boom. Just heading over to the Calgary Stampede website. There's so much stuff and so many good musical acts coming here as well. So I'm excited to see who is all coming. So here we go. So yeah, just going on the main page, like of course the fairgrounds are all there with all the rides being there, all the strange foods, and yeah, you can watch everything what's going on through the Stampede app. You can go through the Taste of Stampede, and they actually have a Stampede stand-up this year. So there's a ton of things to do. And yeah, I wanted to bring this up. This year, the parade marshals for the 2026 Calgary Stampede are Team Canada Olympians Courtney Sereau and Michael Kingsbury from the. So they will be at the parade on July the 3rd. So looking forward to seeing them and seeing how they enjoy the Calgary Stampede. So yeah, tons of music going on as well. We're going to go through some of this. So, and yeah, next week we'll go through all the weird foods and I'll ask you which ones you think that I should go and try. So yeah, more music, the Big Four Roadhouse lineup. Of course, the 50-50 lotteries is going on. So it's a ton of fun and lots of stuff going on. So yeah, evening show, rodeo, Coke Stage, the Corona Sky Deck. So let's head on over and see. So yeah, the Calgary evening show is going on. Ultimate triple header of thrills and exciting entertainment takes place nightly at 7:15. So we have the Chuck Wagon races, and then after that, to the grandstand show. Elaborate spectacle of music, dance, acrobatics, and show-stopping talent. And all leading up to a jaw-dropping fireworks finale that lights up the Calgary sky. And that's every night of Stampede, so that's always a fun time. So next, let's take a look at the Big Stampede Concert Series. As you may have seen, because I scrolled too far down on the main page, the main draw is Alanis Morissette's going to be performing here. Canada's own Alanis Morissette set to light up the Scotiabank Saddledome with raw vocals and fearless lyrics on Saturday, July 11th as part of the Stampede Concert series presented by Uber Eats. And ASAP Rocky, not familiar with their work, so hopefully if you are, you're going to go and have a lot of fun there. And then Brandy Clark is going to be opening up for Alanis Morissette as well. Nashville North, this is where all the true country people are hanging out. And the acts that are showing up this year: Josh Ross, Ashley McBride, Red Farron, Russell Dickerson, Hudson Westbrook, Shane Smith and the Saints, Ernest, Bailey Zimmerman, Jade Eagleson, Chris Young, James Barker Band, Chris Jansen, and Parmalee. So let me know if you're a fan of any one of those country artists. And then this is the fun one, the Coke Stage. This is the free stage that you can go just by getting the going into the entrance, and like it's right there. So the bands that will be playing there: Ash, Alicia Cara, All Time Low, Our Lady Peace, Jonah Kagan, our own Dead Mouse will be performing, Chingy, Mother, Friday, Ira Star, The Beaches. So some pretty big names showing up there at the Coke Stage. But yet, we're not done yet. We still have the Big Four Roadhouse full of artists that are playing as well. So the Big Four Roadhouse headliners: Mariah Stokes, the Logan Ryan Band, Colin James, Sons of Legion, Alberta's own Terry Clark, the Marshall Tucker Band, Johnny Reed, Everlast, William Prince, Tanya Tucker, and Glass Tiger wraps it up. That sounds like a good lineup for all of those that grew up listening to that music way back in the day. So there we go. That's just a little quick update of what's been going on, what's planning to be coming up, and yeah, I'll be doing more of a show diving deep into the foods that will be coming at the Stampede, and want your input as to what ones that I should try. So make sure that you're staying tuned with everything. Um, and make sure you stay tuned to our socials too, so you can see where I'm going to be taking my Bill Murray coin throughout the 10 days of Calgary Stampede Chaos, which is going to be a ton of fun. Oh, that's awesome. Hockey. The free concert is where most of the names I recognize. Yeah, that's the same with me. That's yeah, and the Big Four has more than 4 band acts. Good one. Good one. Yeah, the Big Four is actually just the name of the building that we have. Um, it's a sort of a venue that's into quadrants, so that's why they called it the Big Four. So, yeah, that is all that I really had. Just wanted to make sure everything's working here and I have things going on properly. Things are sort of back to quote unquote normal. But yeah, watch for next week. We're going to have some fun with Stampede. And yeah, I want your input as to what different things that I should experience during the Stampede. So with that, I am going to say cheers to everyone. Hopefully you're having a wonderful, wonderful hump day. And I want to say thanks to Hockey, to Lawrence, and to Marcy for joining us live tonight. So cheers, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful week and enjoy the weekend. And I will see you here on July 1st for a special Canada Day / Stampede party. So cheers, everyone. Chive on. Cheers.
In a world so full of noise and clatter, we dream of making things just a bit better. Small changes adding up to a greater whole. Let's ignite the spark, let's reach our goal. We'll make the world 10%